Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 18 Week 8 Day 4. So today, we're basically going to be wrapping up as many things as we possibly can before the good old Vault event weekend. Of course, this weekend, we can actually see it right over here. In 7 hours from now or so, we'll be having the Vault weekend as we do pretty consistently pretty much every single month these days. Basically for the weekend for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all the way until Monday resets. You'll be able to go get a ton of gnomes, ideally from Explorer, though you can find them wherever gnomes are found. And basically just win a ton of battles, win as quickly as you can, get more gnomes, and in doing so, you'll get a bunch of various gnome-related loots. Everything from glory, to gems, to all the precious vault keys. And then of course those vault keys are then consumed to get a bunch of additional loot. Which, two things, are actually many things we're going to be doing today. We're going to be finishing every last vault key we have, which at this point is 75. We'll be doing a class trial. We got for Bard, might as well, free 25 gems. We will be doing a ton of Underspire. We have not touched it yet today. I'm not sure if I'll do every last torch we have. However, we currently have something amount. We currently have 68. So we will use some amount of that 68, maybe the whole thing. We'll see. And aside from that, there was one daily I did not do yesterday. And it was PvP. And it kind of makes me not want to do PvP again. No. I don't know. PvP is just a really optional daily. As long as we can maintain top 3, we'll probably be fine. If it's anything like that last week, they're all going to just pass us at the end. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways. I'll probably still poke daily PvP, though. Anyways. Where should we even start? Let's start with the class event. This is the only unique thing we technically have today. So we'll go take it out first. Might as well. They're a pretty easy team. Black Mana going to Funnesses. Funnesses having Purple Ink. Making it pretty straightforward to kill everything pretty quickly. As we just feed into any purple weapon we want. And of course it says we can't use Black Manacle, even though we very much can use Black Manacle. Alright, there we go. Anyways, hello everyone! We're back! Hope all you guys been doing well. Let me go fix this so I can see all you guys. Hello everyone! Let me start all the way from the top. Hello Mark! Hello Sonny! Hello Yeah! Hello Draco! Hello Miss Insane Witch! Hello Cookie! Hello everyone else. Welcome. Hope you guys been doing well. So hello Isabel! Hey, we were gone last night to dentistry. Unfortunately we still have at least like 2 more visits we still need to go back. So soon TM will be done with it all. Actually, next one I think is on Thursday. Though it should be early enough in the morning that it does not conflict with anything related to the channel. Though it does technically conflict with one thing. I believe 1,000 Year Door was technically coming out on Thursday. I'm not sure if it was Thursday or Friday or what. But we'll just be doing it on Friday morning. Because if it is coming out on Thursday, I have a dentist appointment, so I can't. Wait, what computer was that? I just heard a ding noise. I think it was the other one. But yeah, we'll be doing 1,000 Year Door on Friday morning. Not tomorrow Friday morning, next week's Friday morning. Yeah, I believe it was actually coming out the 23rd, which is the exact day my next dentist trip is. So if that is the case, we'll just be doing it the day after. Or if it is coming out this Friday, we'll just be doing it in the morning rather than a night stream for it. Hope I'm feeling a bit better. Yeah, but doing perfectly fine at the moment. Just can't wait till all this dentist stuff is done. It's been lingering around like all year. Like it's been as early as January. It's been like a solid 4 months now, just in and out. And hopefully soon. Half of it's just repairing stuff that was already like done before. Like, out of all the times I went, 4 of the visits have been completely free. Because it's literally just them fixing up things they messed up in the first place. It was like 4 or 5 visits now. I think 4. As well as the next one. We're all, like, literally free. But hopefully soon. Gonna be like half a year project. I was not expecting my teeth to take like that long this year. I was thinking like, oh yeah, like a few trips at the beginning of the year, and nope, that is not what it turned into. It's like a half-year-long project at this point. But hopefully after everything, they should be fine for a very long time. Seems every region in PvP is different for every platform. That might be the case. I haven't actually kept tabs on that. Generally, I've just been camping central. We sometimes take a blood frenzy if we really want to go crazy with points. Like I think we did this week. I think on Monday we did like red or whatever it was. But lately we've just been camping central for most things. Which is a lot easier. And of course, that's something you always have access to. And one thing I haven't really been doing with this team, we do have the option of just finessing each one at a time. So if we really want to, all we have to do is just do that. And then do that again. It's really good on the resummon guy, which of course we don't have today, even though it would have been really good for it. There's that one orc fight that has the 100% revive guy off the Drake. And she's actually really good at killing that. Since after you AoE them down, there'll only be one unit left, and triple finesse will guarantee kill that. But he's not available this week, so not actually relevant for once. But yeah, we'll be handing out a redeem code in a little bit. And then once we get to Vault Keys, we'll hand out a redeem code every single time we get a good juicy loot. We'll do that all the way at the end, just so we can preview some of the loot we'll get this weekend for the Vault Weekend. Alright, yeah, we still have one more set, just making sure. I'm trying to poke them when we already have the win condition just sitting there. I gotta be careful, that's exactly enough damage. There will be some situations where it will not be enough. Scales based on their attack, but of course if they're really durable with low attack, it doesn't quite work as well. Spell reduction is also a factor, though I don't believe there's much spell reduction on this, on Clash battles. Hello, Chad! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Alright, we finally hit a situation where Finesse is not enough to kill. It's too low of an attack with too high of a durability. We could double Finesse it. How many hours a day do I grind Vault Event? Probably on average like 4-ish, 5? Where normally it's like 3 hours of Palooza off stream, or, you know, trying to hunt for them. And then, you know, about 2 hours of using them on stream. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It can vary. Yeah, I think the average vault event this weekend we spend like 15, 20 hours on over the course of 3 days. But not all that time is necessarily like full focused on Palooza finding. It's often multitasked. I don't know, do I buy War Catch? I liked collecting those coins, but they're just so useless to have more of. Oh wow, we have a really good adventure board. Good thing we have an objective for it today. Because we were going to take all 3 of these regardless. We have 65 gems and a gem key. That's some very solid loot right there. Could be better, but still pretty high up there. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, in theory, if we already had all the Paloozas going into a Vault weekend, how long would it take to hit 1,000? Let's see. It's like 80-ish an hour. Which means it would only take 13 hours if you already had every Palooza to get 1,000 on a Vault weekend. But that's counting no Palooza farming time. It would take roughly 13 hours. The problem with that is we don't have infinite Paloozas. Otherwise, yeah, we'd be hitting 1,000 every weekend. There we go. All objectives there completed. Campaign. Oh yeah, the campaign's been done. Did I ever claim all the loot for it though? Yeah, I did. Alright, just making sure. Alright, next week we finally get 30-star White Home. Technically we already can this week, but I wanted to wait till next week because we have a kingdom event happening for it and everything. It just seems more thematic to save it for next week. Oh, Major Purple. Actually pretty good. Alright, we're still running with Wild King here. Main reason for this is, well, for one, he's really good. But the actual trip that we have for killing towers has a really random ability this week. Because of that, it's actually a little bit better to go skull-oriented rather than cast-oriented. And Wild King is just so absurdly good. So in those two things in combination, it actually makes skull a little bit better than casting for once. Which is relatively rare for an invasion event. We just have such a good skull spammer while also having a pretty below average ability. Okay, we want to get as progressed in every single event we possibly can today. Because while we will still be doing all the events this weekend as we need to, we want to have as much of them as possible done before Vault Weekend. So during Vault Weekend, we can do Vault Weekend. Why didn't we stream yesterday? Dentist appointment. It was really late in the day. Like, I wasn't out of there until like 4:30, 5 o'clock or whatever it was. Normally, I plan them like really early in the morning. Like next Thursday when I go. I think my appointment's at like 9 or 10. But this one was at like 3. So I wasn't out there by 5, so I was still numb and everything by the time stream came around. Yeah, that was 2 Wednesdays in a row we didn't stream. But no worries, next Wednesday we will be streaming. Well, so hello, Henry. Welcome, welcome. Oh, why did I not hit that first? We even saw it had the thing. Luckily, that barely even matters. Well, I'm surprised this troop hasn't died yet. It will eventually. You do still get your multiplier even if it dies, though. It only cares if it's on your team at the start of battle. You don't actually need to end with it. So worst comes to worst, we could just tear everything apart with Wild King still. And still get max points. As Sani mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on our stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. So why does it feel like we've been perpetually at 1 battle remaining? There we go. Ooh, a bit of a miss. We can work with that. Double down doesn't get us a thing. Still gonna do it though. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, another one down. What modes are still left? Obviously we got the entirety of Underspire. May event where you could just spend our resources, don't actually have to do anything for it. Alright, it's basically just dungeon then. Oh, top 3? Oh, sad. Unfortunate. Alright, let's go take them. Unfortunate. Yeah, Queen Beatrix is pretty nice for the event as well. I think I showed her on my cheaper team. Pretty sure I utilized it on cheaper team. You don't necessarily need the cleanse, but its ability is really good at just doing things. Really good damage. It's really good barrier removal. You're watching the stream 2 minutes behind? Oh no, yeah, YouTube does that sometimes. Either because of buffering or anything else. Silence. Oh gosh, we dodged a bullet there. Always nice to see a Thursday yellow event where we don't have to deal with silence. Because Deathmark or whatever else it is nothing in comparison. But yeah, I actually skipped the PvP daily yesterday. It's one of the first times I've really skipped it since the new PvP format. And honestly, ever since skipping it, it kind of makes me want to skip it again. I don't know, daily PvP, like, the only thing we're really doing it for, there's two things we're doing it for. One is to stack VP tokens for the inevitable whatever on Earth seasonal VP is going to do. So I'm stacking up a bunch of those, but ultimately it's not even going to be that many extra points. Like every single day, we basically get 6 battles that do double that we get to save for a later point. So it's not really that much. Plus, everyone's going to have a bunch saved up. So after the first few weeks, no one's going to have any saved up. So it's barely even going to matter. But the other thing is, obviously, making top 3. Top 3 is probably the biggest one right now, as it's essentially an entire deep book. And for the value of an entire deep book, it is technically worth farming PvP for upwards of like 5-10 hours every week. Just for that. It is actually that valuable relative to other things we'd go for. And I think on average, we don't even play PvP that much a week. I want to say it's like 3 hours a week. Like 3, 4. I guess it's kind of worth it. Yeah, it felt nice not doing it yesterday. I didn't deliberately not do it, though. I ended up taking a nap a little bit later in the day and then kind of forgot. I actually remembered at like 2:30 a.m. when I woke up. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't actually do PvP yet. And then it was like so close, it was like, I might as well not even bother. Because I would have had like 10 minutes by the time I would have gotten situated. Which is definitely not enough time to really mess around with the entirety of PvP. I say that, we're probably going to finish in like 15 minutes right here. Hello, Mr. Z. Welcome, welcome. Oh, have a good night, Mr. Sandwich. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, we'll keep doing this until we find our 3 Valhawks, then we'll go do the entirety of Underspire. Or however many torches we're running tonight. Realistically, I should run them all. And after that, we'll open 75 vault keys. And after we finish the PvP grind, we'll hand out first code. The rest we'll probably save for when we do the vault grind, though. Because we could easily get like 3+ good drops. We've been doing pretty lucky on them lately, particularly on gold elite medals. We have way more gold elite medals than we should be getting lately. Like, I think our ratio is like 5-to-1 lately. Like 5 gold medals to 1 silver. Despite silver being 3% and gold being 2%. Like, relative to how many golds we've gotten recently, we should have had like 8 silvers. Actually, no, we should have. Wait, what would the ratio be? Yeah, around 8. But we've only had 1. Oh wow, 2 down already. 1 to go. And me double check. Is one to go, right? Don't want to be farming for it for like 10 minutes straight, not realizing we already have it. So I just realized, ever since we, on the anniversary of the channel on the 23rd of last month, we dumped all of our gold into the guild. We have still not gotten back to 10 million since then. The only reason I mention it is we're probably going to do it this stream. Because as we go and open all the vault keys, we should hit over 10 million. You're at 227,000 VP. That is absurdly high. That's like top 5, top 10 category high. I almost forgot about this new mythic. It's only like a few weeks old. So I'm still not sure what the state of his final ability is. It obviously was the one ability, then they changed it to that. And then they said they were going to revert it. But then they said they might just keep it like that. So I'm not sure what on earth he's doing. The new mythic that came out this month. Ideally, he'll stay exactly as is. Because honestly, his ability's not that bad now. If it gets reverted back, he's going to be completely useless. Right now, he's already so niche, he's barely ever going to get used. But at least he can get used. Oh, you're number 1 on PlayStation 5? Nice. I'm not sure what number 1 on PC Mobile is right now. If I had to guess, I want to say like 400,000. They've been hitting almost 1 million a week. And today's what, Thursday? So by now they should be at 400,000 or 500,000. Maybe 600,000 if they're really pushing it. Yeah, there's no way first place isn't over 400,000 right now. Let me check. Yep, that's what I thought. 443,000. Though second place is only 231. Yeah, there's always been at least one person grinding this crazily every single week. Like on track for 700,000 to 1 million by the end of the week. There's been someone doing it on PC Mobile every single week lately. Alright, with PvP completed? How many marks do we have? 8? Oh gosh, I keep thinking that's how you get to PvP thing. Yeah, we're at 8. Well, so how many of those little booster thingies do we have? We technically have missed a day now. We're at 510. It's a pretty nice stack. I wonder if they just keep going indefinitely. Like, will we hit a 999 cap, or does it just keep going? Alright, every single basic daily is now completed. There's only 2 things left to go do. That is the entirety of Underspire and open all of our vault keys. And both of them are in prep for Vault Weekends. Oh, I don't even have my team copy-pasted yet. Oh gosh. We really haven't touched Underspire. So much so, my team's not even in there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so free. But for the earlier fights, I should really run something that hits all enemies. Because the team that we're about to paste in there is so absurdly overkill for the lower range. Do we even have a good all enemies hitter? Luna? Actually, I might be running like the budget team. It's kind of funny because I think my low rarity team is actually more efficient at running the lower level range than our high rarity team. Because it runs double Luna into mana accumulation. Which is actually exactly what I'm about to change my team to. Because it just works better for it. Alright, Luna spam it is, I guess. Luna, 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 Luna. Alright, we need some mana. All weapons here is not useless. Sure, I need to cover colors. And then, we don't have a good Empower here, do we? Siren, you're close enough to a good Empower. Actually, might even just be better to run double Siren now that I think about it. I just hope we get lucky on Lunas. This will only work for, like, the first 2 sections. But for the first 2 sections, this should win relatively quick. Anything else we need? Looks good to go. Yeah, I'll run this for the first 2 sections, and then... Oh yeah, Trickster is quite a bit of mana. Problem with Trickster is he doesn't have full mana, though. Or, you know, in power, I mean by that. Oh good, we have exactly enough lanterns this week to go get everything. Yeah, once we switch to the Wild King team, all we have to do is cast Wild King once and we just auto-win. Should be pretty free. That's exactly what we want to see. Power into the correct color and the insta-kill. Ideally, we'll see a green-yellow on the enemy team, though we have not seen a single green-yellow the entire time we've been doing this team. So unfortunate. And of course, once we do get the color we need, it does not hit a single one. We should be seeing the door over to the right here. Oh good, yellow. We finally get a guarantee correct one. I know for sure this is going to revive, so I'm just going to preemptively take my yellow. Oh, he didn't. But does he even have traits at that low level? Regardless. There we go. This team's going to fall off very quickly, but for now, it's doing everything we need it to. I don't have confidence on either of these 2 paths. But we're already 1 room invested, so we gotta keep going. I forgot, we get 2 explodes per yellow we take. Our ability is to explode a gem every time we take a yellow. And we have 2, so it is double. I forgot, we could have just gotten away with 4 of her. Due to that mechanic. I'll still keep messing with double Siren. Ooh, double Nisha. Speaking of doubles. Oh good, today's not going to be the we land torch every single time day. Because that was really, really annoying the other day. We ran literally nothing but just torch, 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 torch. Like out of like a dozen dead end rooms, I think 9 or 10 of them was torch. And of course, we're on a 5-month streak of not getting a single one of the Guardians. Supposedly they exist. Our dry streak's about as bad as our Diamantina. We went for that. But King for 50% mana start. Yeah, I could actually do that. Replace 1 Siren for King. Because you're not even surviving enough for us to really utilize double Siren. Oh no, the torch streak has started. I'll put 1 King Salinas here, might as well. Because we're not really using the second Siren much. So hello, Draco. Welcome, welcome. Okay, tonight's stream's probably going to go for a little while. Because after we do all of these torches, we then got to use all of our vault keys. There's only 75 left, so not that many. I think we do about 3 a minute. So it's like, what, 25 minutes of vault keys? Oh, we just full scouted first zone. That's not good. Though in all fairness, if there is an area to full scout, it would be here. We're missing a lot of our 50-50s. Hello, Chris! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Nah, we should only take about an hour and a half to finish everything else we still have to do tonight. That'd be like a 2-hour stream. Well, we gotta do it just to not have to do it this weekend, so we could focus on the Vault weekend. We'll be having a lot of longer streams this week then. That means nearly every stream we do this weekend, or this entire week, would have been like 2+ hours. Full ones. Even though we missed Wednesday. Because obviously we will be going a little bit longer when we do all the Vault grinds. We went longer on Tuesday, we went longer today. Oh, you don't see that too often. I can't recall the last time I've seen this. A dead end room and a dead end room that you can loot, combined with a dead end or not dead end room, but the boss room. Yeah, I guess it can happen. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this. We've seen it a handful of time with merchant, which seems even weirder when you get a merchant and a boss room in the same intersection. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a dead end room like this. Oh, a nano. Combined with a boss room. Oh, there we go. That means we're going to have a really weird layout this week. We'll find out. I'll run this for the next section, but after that, this team is about to fall off a cliff. It might even in this section already, we'll see. Pretty sure we can get away with it here, though. We're still weak enough. We still have a pretty sizable amount of damage. Especially if we double cast. This will for sure be the last section we can run in, though, until we have to switch to Wild King. Oh, we got the Fork Road. I can't recall Fork Road ever leading to boss room. So it kind of has to at this point because we should be on primary path. Unless higher level's not primary path for once. Means we have a really strange week this week if that's the case. Yeah, I'm currently not using weapon on this team. I benefit a lot from it. But I figured we're using this team for such a short duration, it doesn't really matter too much. Practice doesn't one-shot these fights, it's kind of annoying though. Do we have all of our classes done? Yeah, we maxed out every class in the game. We just gotta use this triple trinket. It's kind of funny if this double fork path doesn't actually lead to primary path. Because I can't recall fork ever going anywheres in any dungeon layout ever. I'm not sure why, but fork just always leads to double dead end. Or triple or quad dead end, or however many dead ends it wants to go into. Even though this is higher level path. Underspire just really does not like forks. Using the jewel with 3 of her. Oh gosh. Yeah, that would definitely get the job done. I'm not really bothering to adjust the team just because we're scrapping it after we get to the next section. Because once we get up to Wild Kings, we're just going Wild King crazy. Alright, how many paths do we have? We have one going up there. And then we have this double. I don't have faith in this double. I'm gonna take the path in the middle of nowhere because normally these are the paths I forget to do. And then it turns out, oh, that was the path all along. We got Submerge. If only Submerge really did anything down here. Really good in PvP, really bad in most other situations. Submerge is either completely useless or one of the strongest mechanics in the game. There's almost no in between. It really just comes down to how, like, broken is AoE at any given time. And right now, due to Stellarix, it is absurdly broken. Also, why did I take the path that's triple dead end? Oh no. We're already committed though, we gotta keep going. I think we went down the triple dead end path. It sure looks like it. But we're already here, might as well go claim them. Hopefully they're all just like one battle, then dead end. Kind of annoying if they go like 2 battles, then dead end. Oh no! I had to waste my siren there. Forgot they all had stealthy. At some point we'll get mana. At some point we'll hit with a skull. Ooh, that's a bad sign. Actually, that's a good sign. That means both of these are going to dead end really quickly. Ooh, we got the color we needed, but it completely missed. Oh, boss room. Alright, go figure. Well, I guess I'll take that dead end later then. Don't even need it. Alright, so this is the final battle we run Luna on. And it's Wild King time for the rest of the time. That means that'll be the last thing we need to use Luna for this weekend. Or this week, I should say. Alright, there we go. And now we can go Wild King. Is there anything I really need to change on this team? No, I think I just get Wild King mana, then win. That's pretty much all we have to do here. Alright, step 1 complete. Step 2 complete. Gosh, that is so overkill still, but we'll run it. It should be a really free week. The Wild King's kind of insanely strong. I don't run it too often because there's generally not many modes where you would run such a thing. Only problem is when we get to like a bit of a weird mana situation like this. Like Wild King missing it on this mana is kind of unfortunate. We have all this damage stacked up but no way to really use it. Which is one slight issue with this team. Is our two main mana accumulators is Wild King feeding back into himself. And basically a one cast weapon. Which is better depending on the team? Wild King or Wild Queen? I would say in the current state of the game, Wild King is way better than Wild Queen. Wild Queen's main use case was Guild War, which at this point has been discontinued and is being completely reworked. So we don't even know if she's going to be good in new Guild War. Wild Queen's a lot safer. So in situations where you need to not lose, she's better. But in most other situations, when the only thing you care about is winning quickly, Wild King is substantially better. He's also, I'm pretty sure, the strongest 4 times in rage in the game right now. There are a handful of them that are decent. The Wild King is pretty insane how much overall value he gets. The only problem with him is he doesn't do it passively. You actually have to land his ability or, you know, cast his ability. But the value when he does is just so high. But he doesn't get it passively like some do off their trait. If you're gonna choose one or the other, Wild King is definitely better. Though of course if you're opening event keys, you don't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. If you want to like hoard diamonds for it, yeah, Wild King is definitely the one. Oops, I forgot about the double cascade. We got webbed. Luckily, web does not affect how many gems he creates. It only affects how much attack gain he gets. Ooh, Entangle is kind of... This team doesn't carry Cleanse, does it? I was not factoring in Entangle. About to die to burn. Or looks like it. Alright, we have down or down. Do we have another path? Nope, just 2 downs. Is that hello, Bill Warhammer? Welcome, welcome. That's a lot of hellos. Welcome, welcome. Here's our first slot now. Which means I actually don't want to cast him. block our yellow. What Sentinels am I missing? Basically all of them. I think I have purple and one other color. I forget what the other one is. I want to say purple and red. It's been so long since we got one, I don't even remember which ones we have. Yeah, Sentinels, at our current rate of how dry we are, it's going to take like 2.5 to 3 years to get them all. I think they intended it to be like a year scale. But even if you're not getting as unlucky as us, I think it's still scaled to be almost like 2 years right now to get them all. And that's assuming you're doing it every single day, which a lot of people probably aren't. Because it's pretty pricey on gems. He's on average like 1,000 gems a week. For like 2 years straight. Yeah, they definitely got to make them a little more common. Like at least twice as common, if not triple. Maybe even more than that. But they definitely should buff it from where it is now. It's just way too much of a grind for newer players. And of course we get torches. Because they've been doing quite a few things to make to kind of alleviate like newer player grind. Though this is definitely not one of them. Because not only do newer players not have the gems to be throwing like 1,000 every single week at this, but it's also going to take like 2 years. Definitely at least a year plus. Even if you get lucky, it could still take a solid year. Oh yeah, did we ever hand out first code? I don't think we did. I was gonna do it after PvP and then never did. And I know because I don't have code section open. Because I had the other computer off for like 2 days straight now. Because I didn't need it for anything. Because that one side computer, the really old one, I literally only use it for stuff for the channel. Either for Photoshop to make thumbnails, or to have chat on it like we do now. Or to hand out codes like we did just now. It's like the only thing I use that other side computer for anymore. I do plan to get like a proper tower sometime this year. Probably this summer. As I was mentioning it earlier, I haven't had a proper like normal computer setup that isn't a laptop in like 2 decades. Like the last time I've had a proper tower, it was using like 2002, 2003 technology. It was still running AOL internet and was running Windows. Which version of Windows would that have been? I'm actually not sure what Windows version it would have been. One of the really old ones. How many fees are we going for this fall? I'm not sure. Definitely at least the standard 300. If we stretch goal beyond that, I'm not sure. Yeah, Windows XP, that sounds correct. I just realized something though. If I do get a new computer, I wonder if I'm going to bother doing Windows 11 on it. I don't know, do any of you guys use Windows 11? I've seen what it looks like. And it would drive me crazy. Like, I'm not sure what it is about it, but it just reminds me too much of a Mac layout. And it annoys me to no end. Because both my current two computers run Windows 10. I believe in a couple years they're discontinuing Windows 10. Or whatever they do with operating systems. Not sure if discontinue is the right word. Yeah, no problem for the code. We'll hand out more if we get any good drops during the vault key opening. Which within 75 keys, I would expect we'd get at least one. Especially with how lucky we've been on them lately. With our current streak of luck, we should get like 4. I'll find out when we get there. Alright, Wild King, you need to stop missing so hard. It's gonna be really problematic in the later sections. Where they can actually kill us. Luckily, one thing that's really broken about Wild King is he just buff himself. He buffs everything on the team. So if one dies, you have 3 other troops just as strong as what you were just using. It's one of the reasons why he's so absurdly good. Is even though he's a lot safer than a lot less safe than Wild Queen, you basically get 4 of them that are just as strong instead of just 1, which is really good to say the least. Yeah, to some degree, I kind of just want to skip over Windows 11 and just go for Windows 12. I'm not sure when the release window is for Windows 12, and I highly doubt it's within the next few months. So I might have to try Windows 11 for a little while. Because I wouldn't bother going out of my way to downgrade something from 11 to 10. Assuming that's even possible. I'll probably just do Windows 11 and when 12 comes out, immediately switch to 12 and hope it's better. For at least 5 years? Really? That big of a time frame? I don't know. How recent is Windows 11? Hasn't it been out for a while? Isn't Windows 11 at least like 5 or 6 years old? Google, when did Windows 11 come out? I want to say 2017 or 2018. It came out in... Oh, what? Really? Only 3 years ago. Alright, never mind. Yeah, it could still be a few years before we get another operating system then. Really? Only 3 years ago? Could have sworn it came out before pandemic. Maybe there's just talks about it at that time. Yeah, it didn't come out till 2011. I mean, 2021, I mean. Alright, we have found door. Now to find dead end room. Well, not dead end room, you know what I mean, boss room. Go take DOS 3.1? Wait, which operating system is that? Is that Linux? I never bothered with a Linux operating system. Whenever I get a Steam Deck, that'll be the first Linux device I'll ever use. Now we have down, right, or up. Not sure why. This one feels like primary path. It looks thicker. Have COVID messed everyone up? I'm not sure. Everything feels so different after COVID still. Like, so many things I consider in increments of pre-COVID or post-COVID as a measurement of time. I think the only other date I would have ever used in such a manner was like the 2008 recession or 2009, whatever it was around then. I feel like both of those have been like really landmark dates. Both also about a decade apart from each other. We'll see what the 2029 calamity is. I just realized something bad about this weapon. Even though resummon gives us a meat shield, it also blocks our really high attack value. Which is not ideal. DOS is pre-Windows. Yeah, based on what you were saying earlier, I kind of inferred, so... that's pretty funny. Yeah, it's too old for me. That's way before my time. Though it was early enough for AOL and dial-up internet. Actually, I used dial-up internet until 2013, which feels weird that I've only had normal internet for like 11 years now. But yeah, I used dial-up all the way till 2013. At the time, it was like already 8 years obsolete. No, we got merchanted. Oh, we're just gonna run out of torches. Ah, double dead end. We already went this far though. Oh no, we got frozen. That's bad. Oh, we got blessed. Oh, that's so good. Huge save. The RNG blessed out of every positive status effect in the game. Alright, we got down or up? Ah, gosh, I don't want either path. Alright, we'll go down first, I guess. And then we get to begin the Volky grind. And by Volky grind, I mean using them, not obtaining them. So of course, this weekend we'll be restocking. This will be a short taste of all the loot we can get from them. Alright, let's go open them. Alright, rest of the stream, we shall open every last Volky we have. Well, not counting epics, you know, normal ones. And every time we get one of the bigger loots, we'll hand out a code. We should be able to kill about 3 a minute. Technically closer to 4 if we weren't to stop every single time to look at the loot. Always like checking them for a couple seconds. Yeah, honestly, we've been getting pretty lucky on Volkies. Like, our last opening started horrible, but by the end, it was actually really solid. Our total loot. So far, we're at pretty average. Nothing special yet, but we're only 4 keys in. Yeah, this is 1/4 of the total that we're going to be getting if we go for 300 again. Or we're opening tonight. If we go for just 300 again, we get to open 4 more of these sets. At a later point. Getting a lot of diamonds if we needed diamonds. Unfortunately, we don't need diamonds, though. They're good for crafting every mythic in the game, as well as every weapon. But we already have both. First chance at something. We got Major Blue. Not the best, not the worst. Major Blue back in the day would be considered good. But these days, not so much. Far from the worst drop, though. It's not quite what we're looking for. I found the verse gnome that we're going to need to find a ton of this weekend. Verse 3 is still my lowest verse. Unfortunately, getting a copy of the troop doesn't just magically give you some verses, though. It'd be cool if they did come in verses. Like, every time you got one of them, you also got the corresponding verse. That's something I'm kind of surprised are in Volkies in general. Instead of what they did when they made it like way too broken when it first came out, if they were a bit lower, but you could actually get like verses in your vault keys would be kind of cool. As a way of trying to perpetuate them. It would also be the most viable way to farm versus when it's not a vault weekend. Because currently you basically only farm versus when it's a vault weekend. Because rates otherwise are just kind of too low. You still can, but it takes 3 times as long. Oh, a Volky and our Volky. Looks like we're opening 76. Probably a lucky 77 by the end of it all. Probably get another one by then. So far, all junk. Tonight might just not be our lucky night. In all fairness, we might have depleted our luck the other night when we got so many gold medals. We are way above how many gold medals we should have and how many vault keys we've opened recently. Like absurdly above. Like we should only have like 1 or 2 and we've gone 5 in that time. How's the code inventory looking? I'm actually not sure how many codes we have left right now. Because we have like, what, 15 days left? How many days are in May? 15? I mean, 31, I mean? 15 more? Because if that's the case, how many codes do I have left? It's hard to tell. I want to say like 18-ish? Like 15 to 18? So yeah, we might need to start getting closer to 1 per day again. Because from a quick analysis, it looks like 15-ish. Give or take a few. So far, pretty bad loot tonight. The same thing happened the other night. Started really bad, and then we just got absurd luck. So I'm not seeing no luck turning around quite yet. I'm pretty sure we have consumed all the luck for this cycle. There's no luck left to use. Has been fully depleted. We got gem drop, but small gem drop. Which doesn't count. It's a good drop, but it's not the good drop. Oh, back-to-back gem drop. Smaller one. So many major orbs, so many disappointments. Our best major orb tonight has only been a major blue, which is kind of sad. We'll get at least one shiny one tonight. Yeah, a bit of a disappointing way to go into Vault Weekend. Our final key opening right beforehand gives us nothing at all. It happens sometimes. I'm not sure how many I'll go for this weekend. Obviously, we'll go for at least standard 300. It's always like the bare minimum these days. Only old people that write letters will get the joke. Wait, which joke did he make? Oh yeah, I don't get that one. The one that you were just doing it. I still only write in cursive. It's actually really annoying when any documents like please print. Because my print is awful. Because I learned how to do cursive in like, I want to say 2nd grade. And afterwards, I just kept doing cursive. So my print is still at like a 2nd grade level. Like I print really horribly. We've gotten 3 120 gem drops. Theoretically, in combination, they're a big gem drop, but that doesn't count. Well, numerically more than a single big drop. It still isn't a big drop. So why do I feel like we've gone 4 green major orbs in a row? That's not even the most common one, the orange one is. There's something I've always found weird, that it's the orange one and not the green one. Yeah, the green one is 5% less common than the orange. I don't know what the percents are, because I believe some of it got taken away back in a while ago. I know they used to be 35 and 30%. But I can't recall if they've had like 5% taken away from both of them for the other orbs or something. I don't remember. I know they used to be 35% for orange and 30% for green. And I can't remember if that's their percents after the tweak or before the tweak. Because some percents got moved around when they added all the other orbs the other year. Also, gnomes running away on this fight mean nothing. You actually still get the full loot for all of them. As you can see, we got the 3 gnomes and the tarot card from Cedric. Alright, the final 1/3 keys. These things go down so quickly. That makes sense. Killing like 3 a minute. Well, technically 12 a minute, but you know what I mean. 3 battles worth. Technically 12 gnomes. A lesser orb is good enough? No. We're handing out so many codes for the other ones, we do kind of have to hold on the better ones. And we haven't seen any of them tonight. The better ones are silver, gold, 300 gem drop, and major pet orb. Those 4. Actually, those 5. Wait, let me do this say. However many that was. Yeah, silver, gold, pet of the major variety. 300 gem. And yeah, that's it, those 4. In all fairness, in our 300, we've seen like over 10 of them. The final stretch doesn't want to give us any. Also, wow, we just got a event key drop there. I just realized we haven't really gotten the event key or gem key drop in these. Which is one of those good mid-range ones. We haven't really seen that many of in his current set of 75. I don't know what I got. Unfortunate. There's that one visual glitch. We still get whatever the orb was. I'm pretty sure. But we have no clue of knowing what we just got. I'm surprised they still haven't fixed that glitch yet. It's been around for, I want to say, a couple years now. Oh, there it is! We got one! Second code time! After 3 120 drops, we finally get the big 300. There we go. Oops, what did I just do? Double check this is a new code. I have no clue what I just did, but that might be the same code I just handed out. I think I accidentally clicked on do instead of cut. Let me know if that's a new code. And if not, we do have a new code. Oh, it's got 300 gems into 120 gem, nice. We're doing really good on gems tonight. Counting all the smaller drops with everything else, I think we're at like 1,000. We're pretty close to it, like a little under 1,000. Oh yeah, that's a good code, okay. As Isabel mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And of course, all this weekend, every single night, we'll be streaming the Vault event grinds. During the day, we'll just farm the verses and everything, and during the night, we'll be pretty much just straight running Paloozas and daily system and everything. Our main focus will be on Paloozas. And try to get a bunch more Vault keys so we can open them all and hand out even more codes. Alright, 15 keys left, final stretch. If you guys still have any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. As soon as we finish out this Vault keys, we'll probably be calling it for tonight. And then rest up for Vault weekend. Gosh, that's like the second or third time we've gotten that verse 3 gnome. Why can't we get this lucky when we're actually hunting for verse 3s? Which reminds me, I want to check how many verses we have before we go into tomorrow. Because I want to leave with more verses than what we came in with. Because if we're only going to do 300, I 100% want to leave with more verses than what we started with. Unless we do happen to go for more. But if we don't, I 100% want to make sure we get more verses than what we started with. While also still hitting our 300 goal, of course. That way we can eventually stack for like a 500 or 1,000. Do it very easily. Alright, lucky 7 to go. How many Paloozas do we have? I'm not sure. I'm going to check as soon as before we end the stream. Because I have no clue what the number is right now. I want to say about a dozen. Dozen sounds about right. I'm not sure. That final 2. Final 1, unless we get a Volky into Volky. Just a purple orb. No, we did get 1 Volky in our Volky tonight. We actually opened 76. Alright, final loot. Come on, something good. At least like a mid-range loot. Nah. Well, we got 24 gems at least. Well, we got 1 big drop. We got the 300 gem drop. Oh, also, as I mentioned, we were probably going to hit over 10 million gold. And look at that. We were right. We just barely over 10 million gold. We're back. And there's the 2 redeem codes we hand out tonight. We'll use those EXP boosters this weekend. Alright, final. Oh, wow. We're at like 30 million souls right now. Oh, yeah. I was right. We're at 13 versus. I said 12. But yeah, we're at 13. I must have picked one up at one point. But yeah, we gotta leave with at least 13. Ideally, like 15 plus if we can. While doing at least 300. If we're just gonna go for 300. Also, wow. Our 2s just skyrocketed too. We have 11 gap between them now. Also, my verse 1s have gone down a bit. My verse 4 was once my lowest. It is actually my highest now. Cool to see that I actually can completely 180. Because when we first needed verses, 4 was our lowest one for a couple months. And now, however long later, like a year, 2 years, however many it's been, it's completely 180. It's actually our highest now. Verse 1 for a while was our highest. But verse 4 has ever so slightly overtaken it. Despite being our lowest at one point. Now if we can just fix those 2, particularly 3s, we'll be good to go. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Don't forget, as you guys probably know, it is Vault Weekend. So definitely make sure to do so. It is starting up in 5 hours and a half at this point. 5.5. Technically 5 hours, 22 minutes. And yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow night, all weekends, and getting our grind on for that. Getting all of our verses from just spamming down Explore. We're just going to be running pretty standard Dust Devil team. Pretty sure you guys know the team. There's basically 2 teams you would use. It's either Super Quick Dust Devil Quick Kill or the cheaper team of Rowan Quick Kill, which also allows you to level any hero class in the game that you don't have max. Yeah, pretty straightforward. You go to a battle like this, you click your auto win button, rinse and repeat until you have all the verses you ever need. That is our game plan. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.